Don't work with me if you want to lose weight. Really, don't. I'm not telling you this in some kind of weird reverse psychology kind of way. I think you're smarter than that. However, I do tell you this to save the both of us a lot of time. How? Today I will share something that I usually tell my potential clients, something I've labeled my anti-sales pitch. In this, I briefly explain why it's better for us to not work together, and if for some magical reason you're hard-headed enough to think it's still a good idea, we both win. Why? You know exactly what you're getting yourself into, and I get a client who's ready to join a group of winners. Like them. Hi, my name is Roderick, and I help high performers lose weight smarter. So what does that mean? I experience that the weight loss game is rigged, and the way we approach it is inefficient at best. Therefore, I've developed a method that does things differently. But doing things differently might mean that it doesn't match your expectations. So let me underline what I do differently by telling you what I don't do. Well, first of all, I don't do short-term results. So if you really want results straight from the get-go, I really would advise you to look somewhere else. Moreover, in the beginning, I don't tell you exactly what to do. So no weekly PDFs with recipes, shopping lists, permitted snacks, all those things. Why, you might ask? Because that's exactly what everybody wants who comes to me. Well, yes and no. I've experienced that it creates a long-term dependency on me as a coach. And moreover, it always tends to be a little off based on your social situation, your work life, etc. So it's never really matching. Therefore, I don't do this. Also, don't expect me to stand next to you and shout, higher, faster, go for it, you can do it. That's not the role of a coach. That is the role of a trainer. They have a purpose, I was one myself. However, that's not the way I approach things in this program. I also don't want you to starve yourself to death to get results. Well, who does want that, right? Well, actually more people than you might think, because we've been grown accustomed to the idea that depressingly empty salads combined with crazy workout routines equal progress. Well, yes, you will lose weight fast, but in my experience, people also tell me that they regain all that weight even faster. I do things differently, but if that is your idea of progress, then you do need to look somewhere else. So I don't do any of these things. And some people might not even consider me cheap. So pretty bad deal, right? Well, that depends on your preferences. But let me tell you also what I do, so you can make that choice yourself.